So you had mentioned about maybe
Yes.
making changes more gradually. I would love for you to speak to that.
Yes. I absolutely love the book, The Power of Habit. So, The Power of Habit is the science and the research behind actually building habits. And I would love for everybody to read that book. It was such a life changer, game changer for me, because what it taught me was that it's almost impossible to change your habits. So what that means is it's not like this thing that you're like, oh, I'm a failure because I couldn't change my habits. Oh, I'm doing so bad. It's you're literally going up against it almost impossible task. So in order to do that, what they recommend in the book is never trying to change more than one habit at a time, ever, because we can't anyways. It's so hard. The brain is resistant to change. And actually, that is one of the names of the chapter titles in one of my books. Like in my book, the brain is resistant to change, because the brain will actively fight against keeping you in the exact same place that you are, because change equals death, ego death. It equals death to your routine. It equals death to your life. So we will actively fight against it. The other really interesting thing about the brain is that we have two hemispheres. So you can actually argue with yourself to keep
Happens all
yourself
the
stuck.
time.
Yes, me too. Me too. Okay, I'm gonna get up at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna exercise and I'm gonna do all these things. What happens right when that alarm clock goes off? The other side of the brain is going, well, I didn't really sleep that well. I didn't get my workout clothes ready. I'm running a little bit late. We can argue with ourselves. So you actually have to have like a right? You actually have to have like a very specific why. For me, it was, I don't want to be the sick mom because I was raised by a sick mom and I can't repeat that pattern and that cycle. I needed to be the chain breaker. I needed to do something different. That why was so strong that there was no other choice I had but to heal. So I
Why
had to. I was
not?
going to keep going, right? Okay, exactly, Zoe, exactly. And so we cannot try to make these big changes all at once. When you join a program and they're like, we're going to change your diet, we're going to change your food, we're going to change your sleep. Like, actually, no. You can pick one thing and you can focus on that one thing for 21 to 60 days. 21 to 60 days. That's what The Power of Habit, this book, Charles Duhigg, he recommends. And they say 21 to 60 days is how you build a habit in the brain, how it then becomes like automatic. So what that means is it's not using any energy. And the way that I like to represent this is by talking about mice studies. When they study mice in a maze, the very first time they put them in a maze and they try to track them and they see like, oh, where's the cheese? And they're monitoring their brain activity. Every single part of their brain is lit up. There's a lot of energy going on. There's a lot of brain activity. Yes. The 30th, 40th, 50th time they make it through the maze, there's no brain activity because it has become a habit and they no longer need energy to do the habit. So you can't do more than one habit at a time because your brain physically doesn't have enough energy to sustain it. So pick one thing. And if it really is a health thing, if you really are dealing with like autoimmune disease, my number one absolute thing to focus on is sleep. You only repair yourself in sleep. You only repair cells during sleep. So if you want to heal and you can only focus on one thing, then I would focus on sleep. And there's a really amazing paleo doctor. She goes by the Paleo Mom, but her name is Dr. Sarah Ballantyne with a B, Ballantyne. And she has on her website a sleep course. It's completely free, and you can train yourself how to sleep and how to get more sleep and how to fall asleep faster. If you struggle with insomnia, can't fall asleep, or you struggle with the insomnia of can't stay asleep, this is a training program that she has that's free. And you can teach yourself and you can train yourself how to sleep and how to make positive sleep habits. I have done this for myself. I followed her program and I trained myself to sleep because that's the only time we can repair ourselves. If you are struggling with illness and you want to repair, sleep more and just focus on that for a month. And then when you are sleeping so well and things are going great, then you change your diet. And maybe that's one thing, cutting out sugar or cutting out caffeine or cutting back to 2 cups of coffee for your adrenals. Maybe it's that, but 21 to 60 days of one thing. And if you have like a different person in mind, like I want to be, for me, like I want to be somebody who's like a millionaire. I want to have all these millionaire habits. I know for me, it's going to take me 1,000, 2,000 habits to get to that person that I want to be. So I can set myself that timeline and I can say, okay, if it's 1,000 things that I want to do better, then it's going to take me 1,000 months to build those habits. Be realistic. That's what it actually takes. And when we try to do all these things at once, oh, on Monday, I'm going to diet, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to sleep. No, you will not. It will feel like failure. It will feel like two sides of your brain having completely different conversations. That is what's happening. And it won't happen. The bubble will burst because it's not foundational. It's not longevity.